Sorry to be going, Mr Coulson.
As a number 10 spin doctor, Andy Coulson's job was to defend those he served, but lately they've spent more time defending him. The man leaving Downing Street brought the common touch to his old Etonian employers. Just listen to his resignation statement to see how much they'll miss his tabloid turn of phrase. Unfortunately, continued coverage of events connected to my old job at the News of the World has made it difficult for me to give the 110% needed in this role, he wrote. And then this. I stand by what I've said about those events, but when the spokesman needs a spokesman, it's time to move on.
Because there was real pressure on there.
The Prime Minister knew one of his most trusted lieutenants was going when he visited RAF Bryce Norton this morning. Hours before Andy Coulson's departure was announced, he was already looking pensive, his mood more philosophical when he finally confirmed it.
He ran the Downing Street press office in a very professional and straightforward and correct way, and I think has done some very good work. But I understand why he wants to go, the things that happened to the News of the World, the stories about that. Obviously he resigned at the time, and I've always felt he's been punished for the same offence twice, but I quite understand his decision and wish him well for the future.
The phone hacking row that brought Mr Coulson down began in 2005, when Prince William's concern his messages were being intercepted sparked a police inquiry. That led in January 2007 to the News of the World's royal editor being imprisoned. Andy Coulson promptly resigned, saying as editor he took responsibility, despite claiming not to have been aware of what went on. He became the Conservatives' Director of Communications in May 2007, but just over 2 years later, a Guardian investigation claimed thousands of phones had been hacked. This was the result, Andy Coulson defending himself before a Commons Culture Committee.
If a rogue reporter decides to behave in that fashion, I'm not sure that there's an awful lot more I could have done.
They found no evidence he knew about the hacking, but with celebrities, including Sienna Miller, taking legal action and the police reopening their investigation, the doubts surrounding Mr Coulson's position refused to go away.
He's now done the right thing, but he should have done it earlier. And I think it raises real questions about David Cameron's judgement, that he hung on to Andy Coulson for as long as he did.
Number 10's also being accused by the opposition of cynically timing this announcement. The charge is that with Tony Blair giving evidence to the Iraq inquiry, this was a good day to bury bad news. What's beyond dispute is that the loss of a man so close to both the Prime Minister and the Chancellor will be a heavy blow to the Tories. After the sudden departure of Alan Johnson, Westminster is reeling from the loss of two of its very best communicators. Although his face is less well known, the shoes of the man in the shadows may be harder to fill.